What's up, everybody? You are tuned into the Black Ramen Podcast, and right now I'm reporting live from the Patches and Pins Expo, NYC. Please don't come for me. I'm just learning how to use my gimbal. A gimbal is a device that you put on your phone to help you manage it a lot better, like a camera. That jacket was fire. I had to low-key pull up on this individual because his jacket was just amazing. This was the first table I stopped off on, but long and behold, I do have everybody's IG, so you can tune in. So the first person we have up is Joner15145. So that's his IG. Check him out. He customizes his own jacket. He actually has a theme for every jacket. So this theme, of course, was Infinity Gauntlet. Got Thanos, Galactus. That's his right there where he's pointing to. That's his pin that he made personally. So he gave us some stickers and he gave us a pin too, which was he was an amazing, dope person to chat with. He was just giving us ideas and tips, and he showed off his pins too. I love, you know, the Coogee sweater, like right there, Invincible. He did a lot of pins for the culture as well, black inspired pins, which I love. Like, I think he copped them, but he had them all. They were nice. Right here, Nostalgia Vault, they were amazing. They had amazing pins. I dropped a couple of them things on that table, and I don't regret it. They had a lot of Bob's Burgers pins, and I love them. I think I copped the Tina, and then I copped the Spinelli. Right here, we on Yourself. I think I'm saying it right, but that's his IG. Go follow him. He had great WWE belts, pins. They were really good. The stickers were amazing. He had nice stickers. They were big, and the price was right too. I dropped a couple of things on that table as well. You could chop it up with the vendors, which I really do like. If they don't have too many people on their table, they will talk to you about, you know, their craft and what got them into making pins, what inspired them, you know, how often they come out with pins. Because some pin vendors, they don't come out with pins all the time, like the same ones. They do seasonal, and they don't like to repeat the same work because they want to keep the authenticity of their pins. So I found that very interesting. That was cool. So definitely check out his IG. He was fire. Now, Pin Vader, my man right here, he did not come to play. He did not come to play with you hoes. He definitely was about his business. He was about his thing. His pins were spectacular. I definitely copped a couple of them, dropped a couple of them things on there. He was so fire. He was so ill. There was definitely one pin that really caught my eye, and that was the Majin Buu. You know, I got the Luffy. I did get the Luffy, but the Majin Buu sitting on the Simpsons couch drinking a Duff beer, that was everything I wanted in my life. It was a great size. As you can see, that's the one I copped. It was good. It was really good. I loved that pin. I was not leaving without it. I told him, I'm like, yo, sir, listen, this one right here, that's for me. You don't need to look anywhere else. Run my card, run me my pin, and I will run you your money. Take it all. But yeah, his table was crowded too. He had great pins. That's me bargaining. I'm like, let me get this, let me get that, let me get this. I really thought I was a baller that day. I really do think, like, I really was spending money like I really didn't have no business. I was just balling. You couldn't tell me nothing. The stimmie was gone. The stimmie check was gone. He has my stimmie. I will gladly claim him as a dependent on my taxes. But his pins was great. Fantastic. Shout out to Fantastic Frankie. She came along. She also went to his table and copped a couple of pins. He had no problem talking with us and vibing with us too, as he was, you know, selling his stuff to his customers. And he was just a whole vibe. He's a dope artist. So I stayed on this table for a bit, and I'm showing off what I got. So this is what Terrain got. He got 2800 Studios. He got some wrestling pins. But now we have Pin Zord. Pin Zord has some pins that were, I can't even tell you how amazing them shits were. I was ready to break the fucking bank. They had a Gone transformation pin. Shit was huge. You think I didn't get it? Yes, I did. And it's had glue in the dark. Let me see if I think I sometimes, I'm not gonna hold you, sometimes I go into these tables and record the pins, but I'm so focused on trying to get them that I angle right there. You see that gold transformation right there in the corner? That's the one. That's my baby. That's my baby. I did cop the Piccolo. That one, yeah. You see, I copped the Piccolo. I did, and then I did cop the Goku Rose. Yes, I call him Rose. That's Goku Rose. It was, man. I have no regrets. His pins were amazing. They were big. He had a couple of I think Derby copped the Demon Slayer pins that he had up top. Most, like, on the far off corner, he had a couple of pins that glowed in the dark, which was pretty nice. And yeah, I drop a couple of things on that too. Definitely go follow Pinzord. That's his IG. And yeah, it was I had fun, bro. Like, he was a whole vibe. He chatted with me. And the guy with the Dragon Ball Z jacket, that's another guy that was like, he was on the same table buying pins. You know, I'm trying to finesse, trying to say, hey, you should follow our podcast. You know, Chatty Patty always on that time, always about that, you know, networking. So yeah, that's me with my, if you guys don't know, I do have a One Piece wallet. And I'm not afraid. And that's my jacket that I wore. That's my peacoat. My shit was fire. I ain't gonna hold you. A light flex brought to you by Chatty Patty from Black Robin Podcast. His jacket was fire too. I'm not gonna hold you. So this is where I say, hey, yo, what's good? You need to follow the podcast. Here's my IG. Yeah, he has some cool pins too. So a lot of people came into the event to really floss their gear, and I was pleasantly surprised. It was like an anime fashion week runway like show. It was amazing. Everybody was on swag on 100. Now let's see where I went. Yeah, this is me just playing around with the gimbal, just going around doing a 360. So yeah, everybody was I was glad that some people practiced social distancing, so it wasn't that bad. We had a lot of space, and it was cool. Some people had their artworks. They had posters that they wanted to sell. And to all the vendors, if I didn't get a chance to get all your info, I am so sorry. But you guys can tag them or tag me. You know, put their tag below so I can fix that. Because I feel like every artist deserves to be recognized for their hard work and their dedication, for their amazing pieces. I was overwhelmed by how much stuff that I wanted to get in. I'm ladies and gentlemen, I'm broke, and I'm broke. It doesn't matter how much money you set to the side and say, hey, you know what, I'm gonna set this amount of money to the side and I'm not spending anything else. I spent my budget within 15 minutes in this convention, in this expo. Within 15 minutes, I used plastic, ladies and gentlemen. After my budget was gone, I took out cash and decided to pull out my plastic. I pulled out my credit card, something I haven't done in months. I pulled out my credit card, which I never should have done. But I digress. I do not regret it. I may complain, but I don't regret it. Because the pins that I copped were amazing. I loved every single pin. I bodied that show. I loved it. They had a lot of Funko Pops. They had shirts. It was just cool. It was just really cool. A lot of kids were there too with their parents, which I love seeing parents geek out with their children. Because growing up we didn't get enough of that. But there goes Derby wearing Black Ramen merch. I should have zoomed in on the sweater. But what I was doing was asking him what he got Bree. Since Bree couldn't be there. So we promised we was going to get Bree a couple of pins. But of course, me and him were like debating on what pins we should give Bree, because we wanted to keep them low key. But love you, Bree. We did end up managing to cop Bree a couple of pins. And she's going to like them. I think she's gonna like them, and if she don't, the bitch can give them back. I don't really care, because you know I really want them. And they go to Black Ramen sweater. It looks really good on him, really good. Green never did Derby. Like green look good on derby, especially with the logo on there. So here I am playing with the gimbal, you know, just trying to, you know, focus. And for some reason, when I record, I try not to get people's faces because I know people feel some type of way about you recording without their permission. So I try to do that. So here's the next table, Pin Day. That's their IG. This guy was so cool. He was so amazing. I copped at least 3 pins from him. I got long hair trunks, and then I copped the Goku pirate pin that was in the bottom. The quality that he had in his pins was very great. Like, they were heavy. They felt amazing. And he had no problem talking, vibing with us. We talked about wrestling a little bit. He was a big WWE fan. He had the WWE belt, and I wanted it. He had Goldust and Razor Ramon, which was dope. I swear to you, if he had Ultimate Warrior, it would have been a thing. It really would have been a thing. But I already left a part of my soul in this nigga's wallet, so it's all right. It's all right. And we do follow every single one of these vendors on our IG. So, and then we left if you're watching this reel or this video, we do have their links on the bottom. I try to put all their links on the bottom so you guys can follow, because they work hard. These pins, look at this. Look at these pins. I want them all. Like, I want every single one of them. Like, he was just a breath of fresh air. He vibed with us. He talked to us. Me and Frankie was at his table for a good minute, and you know, people were just touching their shit. Like, there was this one dude that just grabbed the pin out the board and said, "I just want to get it before anybody buys it. So I am gonna buy it." I was like, "Nigga, you got some nerve." But I love this jacket. This jacket is so nice on me. This tag vintage jacket. I really came in with the drip. I'm not gonna hold you. I should have did a fit for y'all to see, like, you know, the record of my whole fit. I was really cute. I'm not gonna hold you. I was really cute. This jacket is a classic. I love it. eBay. But anyway, yeah, we're talking, we're vibing, and yeah, it was great. It was great. He didn't miss a beat. He was able to conversate with every single person and still make the purchase for every individual that wanted a pen. And here I am smiling, happy, because, you know, I got my pen. That's Derby's cousin. And we looking at some button pins, pin buttons, whatever you call them. They were cool. Those were nice too. But he definitely has some nice artwork. I love when artists are able to display their work like this, because it's just so beautiful. The amount of work, sweat and tears go into every piece. Is yeah, he had one-piece buttons, right? But he had the villains. He had Doflamingo, but I didn't want to get the pole pack just for Doflamingo. I should have though. Like, now I regret it, low key. But man, the amount of money I spent this weekend, guys. Feel free to go in our Patreon if you want Chatty Patty to have lunch this week while she goes to work, because I guarantee you I do not have lunch. I do not have money for lunch. But anyway, so here we are, walking, and this vendor was so cute. That table was like the most unique table. The fact that he had like a hot dog stand table, which was cool. Yeah, look at the menu. It was cool. It was cool. Unfortunately, there wasn't. He has more stickers than pins. I try to stay away from stickers. Now, the pin cartel. When I tell you, my man was all about personality and swag. If you hear this, I'm clapping. You hear this? Because my friend, ladies and gentlemen, my friends, he definitely sold us. Like, he could have sold us the whole table. He had the Old Dirty Bastard food stamp card as a patch. And I said to myself, I wasn't going to buy any patches. I just wanted pins. I bought two. And he was cute too. But he was nice. He was talking to us. He loved hip hop. He had a lot of hip hop pins. Look at me dancing. Because I love the fact that he had Old Dirty Bastard and the food stamp card. For those who know, my New Yorkers who love rap, who understand that whole album cover, that Old Dirty, that was dope album cover. And the fact that he had it as a patch, it was good. It was great. And he had a lot of other pins too. He had Newport. Look, that's him. Hey, what's up, boo? That's him saying hey, giving a shout out for his IG for us to follow him. But little does he know, you on Black Ramen Podcast. Got you. So now this is our geeks. So definitely follow them. Now, this vendor had amazing pins, and I love how he pays attention to detail. But more importantly, he told us specifically that his pins are all limited because he wants to make sure that, you know, his pins remain exclusive. And I thought that was cool. And I thought that made the work more rare, his pieces, because of the fact that not everybody's going to have it. So I understood. I was a little tight though, because half of the stuff that he had up there that I wanted was gone. And this is us trying to pull out the money so we can get more shit. He did what I copped for him. I think I copped the Pokemon Game Boy game card. I got what I copped. I definitely copped Team Rocket. So I did that. Yeah. And what's crazy is he gave me the last one, the one that was on the display. So he had to glue the pin, the back piece to the pin. So I had to wait an hour. But the fact that he did that for me, just so I could have the pin because I really wanted it. He's an amazing artist. Please, guys, if you get a chance, check out his page. Go to his gram. Is Awgeeks, AWGEEKS, Awgeeks. He was a nice person. He had a positive. I think he's a teacher, if I'm not mistaken. But he is all about spreading positivity. He was the only vendor that had music. I think he had music, and he was playing some of the old school hip hop and R&B. I'm talking about Soul for Real, Janet Jackson, Michael Jackson, Prince. He was a whole vibe. He made he definitely made it very entertaining for all of us. There goes another set of pins that he has. That's him right there. Like I said, I apologize for not zooming in on their faces. I'm gonna do a lot better. I'm gonna start. I gave him the card. I was ready to give him all my money, all of them. He had another part of my stimmie. I'm not gonna hold you. So I just want to say, Biden, if you're watching this, thank you, because you made this possible. I shouldn't be saying that. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. But I was waiting. Look at this. Look at his jacket, yo. I wanted to just take his whole jacket and just run away with it. So I think right now what they're doing is trying to follow. Oh yeah, right now I'm signing my life away just to get all these pins. I definitely did that. I definitely signed my life away, and I do it again. I don't care. But everybody in this team was a whole vibe. Oh, that's my shirt that I was wearing. I was wearing a vintage Aztec shirt as well. A nice button down. I want to tell you, I was fly. I was fly. What else? Yeah, that's me checking if I had all my shit in my bag. And at this point, I'm not focusing the camera on anything. I'm just counting all my pins. And right now, I went back to, I went back to this table again. Pinzord definitely had another pin that I really wanted to get. So I definitely came back for the, what was the pin I wanted? I bought at least 4 pins from Pinzord. So I came back for another one. And yo, I'm not gonna hold you, Pinzord was the only one that gave out cute bags with every purchase. They had the little white bags with the handle, right? So this is a close-up with his Dragon Ball Z pins, right? So they were good. Yeah, he gave me another bag too. Even though I came back, I was like, I don't need a bag. He said, "Here, you got a bag." I was like, "Thank you." So he gave me another bag. You know, yeah. This is Rolling Pins 90. They had amazing pins, but the ones that I wanted were sold out. So that's their card. Please, ladies and gentlemen, follow them. They are so cool. They're so dope. They actually follow the podcast now, which I greatly appreciate. This is why I fucks with them heavy. I'm going to tell you why. What you're about to see, ladies and gentlemen, is an act of kindness that we all should practice around the world. I saw a pin on his hat. It was the Static Shock pin with the Jumpman. Like, they had him like the Michael Jordan Jumpman symbol. So I'm talking to him and I'm like, bruh, I love this pin. I want this pin, right? I'm playing with the gimbal right now, but you're going to see. He said the pin was sold out, right? And I was like, oh man, really sold out? I really like that pin. What about the one in your hat though? Like, but I was joking. I didn't know he was going to do it. Ladies and gentlemen, this is him taking out his phone following Black Ramen Podcast, right? I told him we had an all black, all nerd otaku podcast. Look, right there, you see the logo. He's following us. He's following us on Spotify because he wanted to get to the nitty gritty of the white meat, of the podcast, which all of you should. So here he is taking out the pin from his hat and giving me the Static Shock pin. Oh my God, when I tell you, I was like, sir. I was just at awe that he did that. Look at this. He gave me the Static Shock pin. And I bought it. He didn't have to do that, but I definitely bought it. And here goes another vendor, JFM GMT. They had some great stuff too. I ended up dropping a couple of things on them too. They had some cool patches. That's their card. That's their website. But definitely follow them on IG. This is the main table for patches and pins. They had a Tupac patch. I think I copped the Mr. T patch. And they had some Jordans, which was really good. They had some Air Maxes, pins. Like, their pin game was sick. They had Jurassic Park. The one thing I wish I was able to do was actually talk to the creators of patches and pins. I didn't get a chance to talk to them because they were so busy, but I wish I had the opportunity to. Maybe next year, hopefully. And I went back to Odd Geeks again because he had this Jujutsu Kaisen lamp that I wanted you guys to see. Because he was like, yo, look at the lamp. And I was like, yo, this is fire. And it was cool. It was cool. So I came back to pick up my pen because I had to wait an hour because he had to glue the back to it. So, and there we have it. Ladies and gentlemen, please tune into Black Ramen Podcast. And I just want to say thank you for all the vendors that came out to Patches and Pins Expo. Thank you, Patches and Pins Expo, for having us. And with that being said, everybody, please stay safe and be blessed. And I'm out.